Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the Spirit of Forza Motorsport 5 Championship, which is part of the 20th anniversary tour, celebrating the Forza Motorsport series. So yeah, we've been using the McLaren P1, which was obviously the cover car for the Forza Motorsport 5 game. And yeah, it's been a little bit hit or miss for us, I feel. It's had some understeer issues here and there. But on the whole, it has done us okay. So yeah, we're at Silverstone for the Grand Prix circuit for 4 laps. So hopefully we will do well here. We can't upgrade it any further, so yeah, it's a little bit annoying that we can't get it an extra 4 PI higher, but unfortunately can't. So yeah, this is the way it goes, because unfortunately we can't upgrade the engine for whatever reasons. I seem to remember being able to do so in previous games maybe, but not in this one.
Until you've seen it in person, it's hard to understand how massive Silverstone is.
Right, so currently we are in 4th position overall. As you can see, we're only 2 points behind 3rd and 2nd and 4 points behind 1st, so still everything to play for on this championship. A good strong position here will set us up nicely for the next race. Let's go. Hopefully we won't have too many understeer issues here. Good launch, let's go. Full main straight that we're going down. P1 having understeer issues of their own. Big rear wing on the back of your car. Why do you need to brake so hard? You should have all the downforce in the world to go around a relatively easy corner. Really wish the AI was a lot better on this game than it is. Because they still have the same kind of issues that we've seen in previous Forza games, where they can't really modulate between braking and being on the throttle. Still don't seem to have learned the concept of letting it off rather than just braking or accelerating. Massive understeer issues there. The wheels were turning, but the car was not. Right, made up a good few places there on that first lap. So we can capitalise on that. We also had issues with brakes at one point in this car. Don't know if it was necessarily me pushing the car a bit too far, but yeah, we did have some issues at a certain braking zone in one of the previous races. Quite seems to be the case this time. Side. Go. onto the straight. We are gaining on fourth, but they are still obviously some way ahead. And they are in the Pagani, so I feel like those cars do have better handling than I do. We should have the advantage of power. We still have some understeer to deal with though, which is not helpful at all. Heap of time through that section. Lost some of that time though because we have the understeer of doom ruining everything. Last lap, can we actually gain any places? Can't be dealing with a 5th place position. The 4th won't be spectacular, but will gain us better points than the 5th will. So nearly had it then. We nailed it like we did in the last lap there. We would have been right behind. Just weren't consistent enough through there. In fact, 6th place, it was right back up us as well. So yeah, just weren't consistent enough and weren't able to really deal with that understeer that was plaguing us in previous races as well. So yeah, bit of a shame there. That's going to mean that we're going to linger in 4th place At least we haven't lost a position, but those up front have gained points on us. So it's now 3 points in between me and third, 4 points between me and second, and 7 points between me and first. So it's going to be a real uphill struggle to get into a podium position at the very least in the next race. But let's hope that we can do that. But yeah, let's get there and see if that happens. Right, we're at Spa for this final race, so it's for 3 laps. It's a very fast circuit, but it's also one that really does rely on handling for a large portion of it as well. So yeah, even though speed does come into this in a considerable way for a big part of it as well, it's far more about handling than anything else. So can we get away with? I think we can get away with 50%. It's a shame that we don't have the kind of detailing when it comes to this game, when it comes to certain driving modes and such with these cars. It would be interesting to see if you could, run the car on its hybrid electric power plant for a little bit to save some fuel. Say in certain areas that don't require a ton of speed, so then you could carry less fuel. Have a strategy like that really. I'm not sure if that can ever work with the limited amount of controller buttons that you have to work with. Quick section, this one. Pagani has gone off-roading. That was a bit of a tricky manoeuvre to try and pull off there. Trying to overtake and braking at the same time did not work out too well. Rory has better brakes, it seems. Get the sound back. So yeah, there has been a bit of a hint that the next Forza Horizon game is going to be next year. It does seem like Playground Games has been split into two to concentrate on that and the new Fable game, but I can't imagine that has helped with the speed of getting the new Horizon game out, because I don't think they're the biggest of teams out there, and obviously Fable is quite a Herculean game to be doing. It's a full proper AAA franchise game, so yeah. Hoping too much attention hasn't been diverted away from the new Forza Horizon game into that one. There have obviously also been people that have left Playground Games to go form new companies as well. So there are issues that could arise from both of those aspects merging together. But given the quality of Forza Horizon 5, and basically all of the games in a lot of ways, I do live in hope that game won't be the first bad entry in the series. Obviously we don't have a clue where it's going to be set. A lot of people are hoping that it's going to be set in Japan, which I can understand. Especially when it comes to like drifting and such, which is obviously part of the Forza Horizon series, with the drift zones and such. Japan would be interesting, especially if it's like around Tokyo or such. Especially since a lot of the time the setting for where the game is informs the car list. So like before the Horizon 4 we've been set in the UK and having a lot of, you know, kind of vehicles from over here that we've really not had in other Forza games before. So if it is set in Japan, that would open up a whole Pandora's box of, you know, oddities from Japan that we've never seen before in a game, and hopefully a lot of K cars and such. Which would be really fun, but you know, there's really no telling where it's going to be set. Right now we are struggling to get back into our even 5th place position of the last race. Beside them before this next corner.
Last lap, let's go.
Go. A little bit of rubbing, but nothing egregious. This corner, please. Yes. 3rd place is in sight. Far more than it was in the last race. Heap of time and places in this lap. On the inside, yes, come on, drag race to the finish line. Yes, finally a podium. Yes, there we go. Well, that was close. Thankfully the Pagani did understeer a little bit on that last corner, and we were able to get in the gap. So yeah, gained 9 places in that race, and that promotes us into 2nd overall somehow. Yeah, 1st place has stolen that though in a lot of ways, with 12 points being ahead after only been 7 points ahead before that. So yeah, that Zonda is a pretty formidable car in terms of its handling and lack of weight, but we were able to overcome its a fellow Pagani with, yeah, just sheer power and brute force and a bit of luck on top of it. So yeah, at least we got 2nd place overall though. I'm really pleased with that, especially after a little bit of bad luck I guess in the previous race. So yeah, but there we go, 2nd place overall for Spirit of Forza Motorsport 5. Yeah, look forward to trying out the next championship, which will obviously focus on the 6th game, where we're in the Ford GT, the modern one. So yeah, looking forward to that. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.